There's a method to feeling good and looking good. That's what we're going to talk about today on how to look good, feel good, so we can do good. Okay. I take pride in being to feel good and to actually look good in my own skin. And I feel there's such a big emphasis on the appearance of everyone today, particularly women. So we're going to dial into that a little bit. And there is a method to feeling good and looking good, and that's by the choices that we choose. In my own personal experience, becoming confident, keeping the promises that I made to myself helped me improve my self-esteem, helped me improve my value, my self-worth, my self-acceptance. And it's such a powerful way to approach self-growth and personal development. Looking good, though, impacts our emotional well-being. It impacts our mental wellness. And that's why it's so important to respect ourselves enough that we only want to nurture ourselves and give ourselves the best of the best, right? Because that's what we do deserve. And, when a woman feels good about herself and she takes care of herself, she just exudes confidence. She exudes radiance. And it's so important for us women to hold that level of standard, to have that level of respect for ourselves, to want to do good for ourselves. And one main component of me making better choices to feel good and to look good was by me healing my traumas, my deeply rooted traumas deep into my nervous system. And we'll go over, we'll talk about those traumas in a later episode, but healing those traumas softened my heart. It gave me imagination, my creativity came back. I started to sense that I had emotions that were suppressed for all these years. But I also started to learn how to feel those emotions and to accept them as good emotions or bad emotions. And that led me to feeling more powerful, gaining more confidence, learning who I was at my core. And that's my suggestion to you as women. It is so important as part of our mission here on this earth is to get down to the core root of who you are as a woman. Discover who you are. There's so many beautiful things hidden inside of you that you just don't know yet. You just don't have the value that you place on yourself well enough because you haven't discovered who you are. And it's so important, so important. But feeling good and looking good, confidence plays a huge role of who we are, and taking care of ourselves physically and mentally only helps improve us as the kind of quality woman that we know that we have. I hear this a lot of times. People, when they find out how young I am, they find out my age, which is 45. Everybody is just super blown away at how good I look. And I'm not here to, boast in this, but it does, of course, make me feel good when people compliment me on how well I look. And it's one thing. I can sum this up in one thing. It's because of the choices that I made. That's why I feel good and why I look good. It's all because of the choices that I make. I chose to start a fitness journey at the age of 15 or 16 years young. From the day that I was able to drive a car was the day that I started my fitness journey. I literally work out 4 to 5 days a week consistently. And it's all in the choices that I make, because I know that the more active I am, the more energized I am, the more youthful look I can be. I can look younger. Also helps stimulate my mind. So that's very important that I do that. I choose to eat healthy foods. I choose to eat grass-fed foods and alkaline water. We all know tap water is, I don't even like the idea of bathing in it. I'm going to fix that at some point, but I don't even like bathing in tap water. Our skin is our largest organ on our entire body. So it's very important that I watch the health products and the beauty wellness products I put on my skin, my makeup, my blush, my lipstick, my gloss. But I do these things for myself because I know how important that I am to me. And once you learn how valuable you are, you start expecting more of yourself. You start placing higher standards on who you are and what you'll allow and what you won't allow into your life. So get serious about who you are. Discover your confidence. That's a key component in feeling good and looking good. But it all boils down to one method, one strategy to always feel good and look good. And that's based on the choices that you make. So what sacrifices are you willing to make? What things are you willing to give up into your life to choose a better you, to choose a different version of you? Remember, no one's going to look out after you like you. Thanks for joining me in today's episode.